So yo, peace. I'm at home chilling. I really do not much today because I came late from just chilling with the MCs out there in Union Square. You know, the little legend cipher that they have every Friday night. It's not really actually big, but they have it like every Friday night in Union Square. So I was out there, came on my two, and I just went to sleep. I didn't feel like going out much. Just walking my dog, and that's about it. So I wanna talk about Hot 97. Let me move over here. So you know, I don't really listen to the radio anymore. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I wonder if the shit they play, shit that they be playing all the time, 24/7, the same song every hour. It's the drill trap music. You know, like, is that affecting kids' minds? You know, now thugged out dudes are always gonna be thugged out, no matter what. Even back then, even back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was singing about having fun and all that. Niggas was thugged out. But when you play a certain kind of rap music over and over again, and that's all you play eventually, you know, kids, people, a lot of young dudes, it's gonna think that that's what you have to do to be rappers. Like you gotta pickpocket, you gotta be a stick up kid, you know, you gotta be out there hustling. So I feel like, in a way, I feel like Hot 97 is kind of like telling generation after generation, look, this is who you are. You're a bunch of drug dealers and a bunch of thugs, and this is what we play because this is what you want to hear. When they say, when I hear Ebro, the former program director, say, "Oh, that's what you want to hear," but that's like saying, "Oh, that's all you are," because that's what you want to hear. Because that's all you are, drug dealers and thugs. To me, that's like a form of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a West Coast dude from the Bay Area. Shout out to the Bay Area. But because I say that because you don't understand, New York politics and New York music. You know what I'm saying? Because we had our own thing out here. Now, out here in New York, everybody's sounding like what everybody's doing, like what everybody else is doing. But even before that, like, for example, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all listen to Onyx. I remember when Onyx first dropped "Throw Your Guns in the Air," and I was 14 the first time I heard that, and it was on BLS. And when I heard that record, it was on the Silver D show with Wild Man Steve, and this is when BLS had a play hip hop, current hip hop. They weren't a hip hop station, but they used to have mix shows like that, playing new shit. And I'm like, why would I want to throw my guns in the air? Like, I thought the song was whack. Like, I'm 14 years old. I thought the song was whack. Niggas talking about throwing their guns in the air, yelling and screaming. They sounding all offbeat. Kind of, if you listen to the song, they sound kind of offbeat. Like, they yelling and then I'm like, why would I want to throw my guns in the air so I can get shot or get arrested? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then Hot 97 started playing it over and over and over again during the daytime, and after a while I'm like, throw your guns in the air. I'm bopping to that shit, man. Shit. And then all of a sudden, a lot of the kids in my junior high school, you know what I'm saying, they started shaving their heads and shit. and wearing army fatigues and black coats, and everybody was just jumping around like Onyx, jumping around like Onyx. You know what I'm saying? And so I saw how powerful that song was once it got played during the daytime over and over and over again. And then little by little, it got worse. That was the beginning of the Thug era, right? It's Onyx, Fat Joe, Death Row shit. Mobb Deep was out, but he wasn't getting played on the radio yet. Until 95. 94 was kind of alright, it was just kind of hip hop. Then the 95 was the Mobb Deep era. That's the Cash Money Click era, Irv Gotti. And Junior Mafia era. And who else? Onyx came back with This Is the Way We Walk in New York. You see them robbing dudes in the video. In the third Mobb Deep video, same thing. You see them robbing somebody in the bathroom at the end. You know what I'm saying? Give up the goods. I mean, I was listening to that shit like everybody else, but I was always listening to other shit because I'm my own person. I've always been independent anyway. I never really followed no trends or nothing like that. That was around the time I started rapping again, and I didn't try to be like nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But not everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to follow a trend. That's what we do as black and brown people. We always follow a trend. We always want to jump on whatever is hot. And we want to do that. And we want to emulate that instead of just being original, just being ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of white artists do. They just be themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Asian artists, they just be themselves. Us, we got to be like somebody that's already hot. Why? You know what I'm saying? Then the Thug era, the Mobb Deep era was the Thug era on steroids, because that was also the East versus West shit, and shit was getting out of control. Niggas was starting to get killed, and that was the year that Stretch got killed. May he rest in peace. Like it was fucking bananas. Like I wasn't there. I was just a regular teenager, but I was watching it. I was hearing it. I was seeing it. Like, Stretch got killed. He got killed right before the news came on. It was crazy. Like, he has, I guess, his brother on TV, or his younger brother, or his cousin, or whoever that was, and he was, and supposedly an aspiring rapper. I was watching Video Music Box around that time. An aspiring rapper got killed around that same week. So it was getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I remember in the news in the summertime. I was going to summer school. That same year, 95, some kid got killed in a dice game, and when the reporter went to interview some of them, they interviewed one of the young kids that was there. He was like, yo, he started reciting the Mobb Deep song, nah for nah, yo, beef is mine, you know what I'm saying? And the old dude in the back started laughing. So I could see how what Hot 97 was playing was influencing the minds. It was making it seem like it's cool and okay to kind of kill somebody over a dice game or rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, or shoot somebody. Like, it became part of the hip hop culture. Unfortunately, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they broke the streets into hip hop. And I always wonder why Hot 97 did that. Now, I'm old enough to remember when Hot 97 used to play dance music, right? They played a little hip hop too. Nobody was really playing a lot of hip hop during the daytime. I think Hot 97 played a little bit more hip hop during the daytime because they were a dance station. They also played R&B too. And the music that they played was good. It was real good, and it was real positive, kind of, and even as a dance station, they was playing like the Ghetto Boys. My mom's playing Tricks on Me, and that was kind of like a dark storytelling song, but it was a storytelling song. It wasn't like promoting nothing. And so, it was kind of interesting. Like after I turned 14 years old, and the radio started, Hot 97 started changing the playlist. They started to become a hip hop R&B station after I turned 14 years old, like that September. And as soon, not right away, but like the next year when they started like playing more gangster music, and the shit is like I could tell when I hear a rap song or any kind of song, I could tell if that song deserves to get played in radio. Like that's the song that should be big. Nowadays those kinds of records don't get played on the radio. They don't make it. But I'll hear a new song and be like, this song needs to be played during the daytime right now. But they won't do that. They won't do that because it's different now. Now it's about who's gonna get them more ratings. Drill music, trap music. That's what people want to hear, right? But I think that all that shit started in '93. I think when Hot 97 became a hip hop station, they was going by Sports Magazine, which was at that time was David Mays and Benzino. And Benzino was trying to hype up the Doug era. And I remember watching Video Music Box here in New York, and there was they played a lot of dope hip hop videos that Hot 97 wasn't playing. Like Akinelli, the Aku Who. I felt like the Aku Who record should have been like top 10 in general. Like that song was just incredible. Hot 97 didn't want to play it. Big Daddy Kane dropped a song. Can you get a record deal? That song should have been big. That's Big Daddy Kane coming back with the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They didn't play them. Instead, they played Nothing But a G Thing. Now, Video Music Box was playing Nothing But a G Thing, but I hated that video. I hated the song. Just like Throw Your Guns in the Air. I hated that song. And Hot 97 was playing it. But the more they played it, the more I'm like, oh, okay. Nothing But a G Thing, baby. You start liking it. Not to say it's a bad record. A lot of people were buying it on the West Coast, but it just wasn't for me. I don't like it. Just like I don't like Throw Your Guns in the Air. But the songs that I like Haku Who and, Can You Get a Record Deal, Hot 97 wasn't touching that. So it seemed to me like Hot 97 was trying to get street credibility. It was trying to play more street records, whatever that means. Because rap music comes from the streets anyway. You can't make it more street than it already is. It came from the streets. It's about making it out the streets, not about staying there. So the whole narrative changed when Hot 97 started playing those kind of records over and over again. It changed, you know what I'm saying? So I think once they did that, a lot of the dudes felt like, well, this is hip hop now. You gotta be a thug, gotta be a criminal. It's the way we live. You know what I'm saying? Peer pressure in high school and all that shit. Trying to get good kids to go bad. Me personally, I always stood out on my own. Nobody ever forced me to do anything. Niggas respected me. If they didn't, fuck them. I didn't fuck with them. That's I always been that way. I'm still am like that. I don't follow trends. I don't follow what other kids is doing. If I see a kid that I know that has straight A's, all of a sudden he's pickpocketing somebody, I'm not jumping in either. That's him. He wants to get brainwashed. That's him. I'm not no bully nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I saw how. Not to say that none of that shit was going on before that, or before I was born. I'm pretty sure shit like that was going on, but it was nothing to celebrate. Hot 97 had brought it in, so to a point where it's almost like a whole culture now to celebrate robbing, killing each other, all that shit. So I feel like Hot 97 definitely did damage to my generation and this generation. I feel like they did fucked up the culture. They fucked up rap music. They changed rap music. It wasn't cool to actually have a good song. You had to be edgier now. You had to be like real street. You gotta say something shocking, like, throw your guns in the air, or fuck my mama, I'ma kill her, I don't know, some crazy shit like that. That's the shit was getting played on the radio. We was rapping about robbing somebody. Ooh, how nice, like, get down the battle of the beats, and people ate that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think too. When Hot 97 started playing that kind of music, they're basically not catering to the music audience in general, and then the hip hop audience. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people that listen to hip hop, but they don't follow hip hop like that. But they'll listen to it if it's a popular rap song. Then you got the rap audience. You know what I'm saying? They obviously wasn't catering to none of that shit. They was catering towards the street dudes. That's what I feel like, me personally. Because and the street dudes, they don't really give a fuck about music. But if they hear something that can relate to them, then they'll buy it, they'll listen to it, they'll call up, yeah, I like that record. But they don't really give a fuck about rap music. They don't live the culture. They don't live the music. They don't listen to other people's music. So I think the effects of it now, you see it, the ratings are low because it's a small audience. I mean, dudes that's hustling, dudes that's doing stick-ups, those are like, that's like the smallest portion of the black and brown community, you know what I'm saying? It's not all of us. Most of us don't live like that. And again, Ebro is gonna say, if he sees this video, and I advise everybody to share this video and send it to him, he's gonna say, nah, this is what y'all wanna hear. Nah. This is not what you wanna hear, because you're picking and choosing what you play in Battle of the Beats, or however you break records now. Because y'all ain't breaking records anyway, like that. So, that's not true. Just play, it's all kinds of hip-hop music that's out there. Or every rap song that's out there. Bring back Battle of the Beats, or bring back Hot or Not. Play the song, let people decide if the song should get played or not. Let the people decide. Let the people decide. Put your money where your mouth is, Ebel. You know what I'm saying? Put your money where your mouth is. Play any song that's out there. And let the people decide what they want to hear and how their people want to be portrayed. How our people want to be portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Because by you saying that, oh, that's what y'all want to hear, that's like saying that's what you want to hear because that's what you want to be. You want to be thugs and criminals. It's almost like he's putting us down when he says that. And that's not cool. And Red Alert has a saying, he kind of like supports Funk Master Flex. Like sometimes Flex will bring Red Alert in here and there once in the blue moon. But Red Alert needs to say something, man. Red Alert needs to go up to Ebro and say, yo, you shouldn't be saying that. This music thing is for everybody. Play everybody. Let the people decide. But, when you give somebody a lot of power like that, like Ebro and Flex, they're not going to care. And Flex, let me tell you something about Flex. Flex used to play a lot of dope hip-hop music. He wasn't really big on playing gangster music. Only the ones that were requested, like Throw Your Guns in the Air and shit like that. He was more about that party records, you know what I'm saying? That feel-good music. I used to love Flex. Flex got me stopping listening to Silver. I used to listen to Silver D mostly. When Flex went on Hot 97, I stopped listening to Silver D. You know what I'm saying? Because they were both kind of playing the same kind of music. But Flex was like doing all kinds of scratching and blends and all kinds of crazy shit. He didn't really want to play gangster music. He wanted to play like fun music. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like the opposite. Now he's chasing the bag. Like he's like, yo, this is the hot shit. This, that. All he does is play thug music, gangster music, 24/7. That's what he plays now. His new album, it's all gangster music. It's not party music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm predicting that his album is not gonna do well. That's my prediction. I'm a grown man. I can say that. I've been listening to Flex since he was on BLS. Then he went to Kiss FM. Then he went back to BLS. Then he went on Hot 97. I remember all that. You know what I'm saying? That album is not gonna do nothing. So, and it's gonna be to a point where if Hot 97 doesn't get them ratings up, and the other radio station too, they both going. Yeah, they're gonna change the music they play. They're gonna change the format, and maybe that's a good thing because I felt like hip hop is better without a hip hop station. At least here in New York and New Jersey, I feel like it was better that way because then you can see who's really listening to what. You know what I'm saying? Because back then they really made sure to have a show where you play a song and people decide if that song makes it or not. Every radio station here in New York had that. You don't have that now. That's why now a lot of songs are not being broken on the radio. And I blame BLS as well. And Hot 97 bought Kiss FM, and then they sold Kiss FM to ESPN. That shit was whack. So that's why you, in every radio station in New York, you hear the same song every hour because they don't break records anymore. They don't have a show where they play a song and let people decide. Because they decided, nah, we don't want that. We'll just play with what we want to hear. But even in the street level, even with the new generation, you listen to what they're listening to. They're not half the time that they're listening to old school shit and they're listening to new shit that Hot 97 is not playing. So that's not true at all. Like, not everybody wants to hear Drake. Not everybody wants to hear the drill, the trap music, the gangster music. People just want to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Relieve the stress. But it's a black eye on black and brown people because when you play gangster music 24/7, play drill music 24/7, you're basically creating an image about us. That we're all criminals, that we're all thugs, that we all get high. You know, that we really don't care about music. That we're all stupid and ignorant and do all kinds of drugs and look all weird and put tattoos on our face and paint our hair and shit. That's the image that people get when they listen to Hot 97 because of the music they play. And I think people should start petitioning, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. If they're not gonna play real hip hop, take it off the air. Take Hot 97 off the air. Make them change format. Same thing with Power. Fuck it. We don't need a hip hop station. I'm independent. I don't need a hip hop station to verify me. I don't think Joel Ortiz needs a hip hop station. I don't think Homeboy Sandman needs a verification from Hot 97 to Power. And if they never have. A lot of real dope artists don't need that. Don't need Hot 97 to Power. So I think we all need to get together. Complain to the radio station. You write a letter or email MS Communications and let them know, yo, we're not filling the radio station right now. Either they change format or take it off the air. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're supporting a death culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a death culture. It's all about death. Now that these dudes is rapping about other people's dead homies. I mean, like, come on, man. Dude is dead now. May he rest in peace. Like, he's in another space now. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas is disrespecting that dead. It's like a death culture. It's a death culture. Niggas is doing videos with 2 guns in their hand while they cutting up cocaine at the table. That's the music video now. Besides dry snitching on yourself, why would you do that? Why? What's the point? And a lot of these drill dudes, they're really out there, and a lot of them really get killed, man. A lot of them got killed. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke got killed. You know, a bunch of them in Chicago got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know anybody can be killed, but these dudes are gonna die. And if they live long enough, they're gonna die of a drug overdose. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes don't take shit seriously. And then the Breakfast Club and Ebro interview these drill dudes like it's actual a real interview. Like, these dudes really care about the music. Like, they're real professional. They're not professional. I mean Kodak Black, nah, he's not professional. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. And I got rid of Indie Messenger, unsubscribed, because they was hitting me up telling me, oh, you want to open up for Kodak Black, or you want to open up for Stitches, or you can get signed with it. I'm like, why? Stitches, you know what I'm saying? The dude that got knocked out by Whack 100, Kodak Black. Come on. I'm older than them. I've been doing this longer than them, and I respect the culture more. You know what I'm saying? We started this culture here in New York City. We started it. So nah, you know what I'm saying? It's time we make our demands heard. I don't know. I can only give you advice. I don't know. I'm not gonna say protest, because that's a little played out, but it's email MS Communications or email Hot 97. Let them know. So let them know. So I plan to do that, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because enough is enough. Like, Hot 97 is promoting deaf culture. If you're gonna play drill music during the daytime, besides trap music, you're promoting deaf culture. Because drill music is not really supposed to get played during the daytime. If you know what drill music really is, it's like no different than real gangster music really is. You're not supposed to play that shit during the daytime. They're playing it, and they're bringing the violence and the shootings with it, and the murder with it, the murder game. These drill niggas, they rapping about the murder game. The murder game is real. It's deaf culture. So Hot 97 is promoting deaf culture. They're promoting the death of us, the destruction of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cool. If it was more of a balance, I wouldn't even be doing this video. If they was playing Pop Smoke and playing Homeboy Sandman, that's cool. But they're not doing it. And they're still playing Pop Smoke, and no disrespect, but Pop Smoke got killed because he was being a gangster in a city that wasn't his city. That's why he really got killed. Buying a man or renting a mansion, whatever the fuck he was doing in that mansion, in that big house. They knew where he was. They went in there and they got him. Like, come on, why are you still playing his music? And people are gonna get offended because this one dude that I knew in junior high school, that I knew since junior high school, he produced some of Pop Smoke's music. I know he's probably gonna get offended, but I don't. This is me. I never follow trends. That's just me. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. I never. I know who he is. I get why people like his music, but you gotta look at it. You gotta look at the whole picture. What's the point of playing drill music? What's the point? What do people get out of it? You know what I'm saying? You know what people get out of it? Wanting to kill somebody. You feel like you got beef with somebody, like killing you, put Pop Smoke on. Pop somebody, you smoke somebody. That's what that shit is. That's what drill music is. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody needs to explain that to the new program director at Hot 97, the current program director at Hot 97, and explain that to Flex, because a lot of the shit he's playing, that shit, half of those rappers and albums are not gonna be around 3 years from now. Either because they whack or because they're gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? It's murder music for real. And I don't know. That's what I feel though. It's a deaf culture. Zombie culture. They zombied out on all kinds of shit. Smoking all kinds of shit. And they walking around like zombies. They look like zombies. When you see them doing interviews, they talk like zombies. They can't even talk right. Nah. So, yeah. So that's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Peace.